I don't know why I like playing with that vapor so much. This is Chris Wixx here. I'm going to talk about some Mount Baker vapor. Mount Baker vapor. Okay. Check it out. Huge bottle. 236 milliliters. It comes out to about 42 bucks. You could use the coupon codes, get like 10% off. They always throw in some extra juice and whatnot from what I hear. This bottle I got on a win from the Vape Arcanum on Vapors TV. And you guys are awesome for even sending this to me, because usually I only get smaller bottles. And this is my first Mount Baker vapor experience. Let me tell you right off the bat what you're going to want to do with a big bottle of Mount Baker vapor like this. And I know you're going to want to vape it right away. Comes with a foil seal. So you puncture the foil seal. It's safe. It's bottled and everything, which is nice to have that seal. Gives you that sense of security. I'm sure you guys know I like that. What I did right off the bat is I transferred it into smaller bottles, carryable bottles, and it'll come out, you know, a nice color. Definitely the color's great on here. And when you smell it, you're getting a hint of butterscotch. I went with 4 ad shots. And you might think, 4 ad shots, that's crazy. Well, I've heard stories of Mount Baker vapor being light on the vape. I mean, let's face it. It is a large bottle of juice for a really inexpensive price. 40 bucks for a 230 mil. Usually you're spending you'd probably get 2 30 mil bottles for about market value 20 bucks usually for a 30 mil at your local store. If you haven't ordered online yet, ordering online gives you a better opportunity to try out a lot more juices and get a little bit better. Now, if you've already been through the Mount Baker vapor stage, congrats. I appreciate it. Now, I haven't. This is a big bottle of juice. I'm used to getting 120 or so from other companies like Steam Juice and whatever. So when I won this, I didn't know what flavor to pick. I've heard butterscotch is good, so I went with the butterscotch. I went with the ad shots because I hear it's a little thin, okay? I'm certainly glad I got the 4 ad shots. Get some ad shots. Now, Mount Baker vapor, it's a love-hate with a lot of people. I'm going to throw it out there. I mean, people love the fact that it's so cost-effective with getting a big bottle or even their smaller bottles for cheaper. And they have a lot of flavors to choose from. So if you're new to the vape game and your wallet is pretty tight, Mount Baker vapor will give you that opportunity to get a lot of juice quick for a lot less than you would spend at your local store. My take on it is this. I'm into bulk juices, but I'm also into flavor, and trying out a lot of juices is really what I like to do. Now, this big bottle, it'll last you a long time. Now, you're going to transfer it into smaller bottles like I have, and you're going to want to put this aside. And the born on date on here, I went with the 50-50, 3 milligram Nick, 4 extra shots, 7/9/14. So we're probably looking at, what's this, 16th? Probably looking at about a week's steep time. You're going to put this away for 2 to 3 weeks. If you vape it right out of the bottle, like South Park says, the skier guy, you're going to have a bad time. And that's kind of my experience when I first opened it. I've been vaping this for about 3 days, and it just keeps getting better and better. Now, am I disappointed? Not really. I didn't really have high expectations with Mount Baker vapor. I hear they're pretty thin and whatnot, but with the 4 ad shots, I've really gotten a good opportunity to get some good vape in. What do I got to tell you about that? Well, as a kid, I didn't like mustard or olives. Hated them. Always a ketchup kid, and everybody loved mustard. My dad loved mustard, different kinds of mustard. Now, I like mustard, and it takes a long time for me to like mustard and olives, even just a little bit. And that's kind of how I look at Mount Baker vapor. The longer you wait, the better it'll be, because it's steep time. This isn't an out-of-bottle juice right off the bat. It really needs time to blend and sink in and steep, which is why I waited a couple days to do this video. But enough about talking. Let me get a quick vape, and then we'll go some more. Now, what's in this vape right here? Well, this is Mount Baker vapor. It's pretty much what I've been vaping the last couple days, and it's sort of a love-hate. I mean, I love butterscotch, but it's man, how do I tell you this without being mean? It's not something that you're going to want to get as far as quality goes. I would say that it's just a mass-produced juice, and it gives you the opportunity to get a lot of juice. Now, yeah, 4 shots might be a lot, but I think it's right around perfect, because after it's steeping, it's getting better. It really has. I mean, when I first started vaping it, it didn't taste that great. I was a little disappointed because I most recently tried another butterscotch flavored by a different company, and you can check out my review on that, which I loved. So I was a little tainted by a little bit more quality juice, but for your buck, you really can't beat this stuff. If you have a lot of vanilla or something, you can mix it with some custard and get nice butterscotch custard story. I'm not saying it's bad at all. It's not bad at all, but it's not great. I mean, it's a bulk juice buy. These are bulk juices. Now, this is the only one I've tried, so I can't say for anything about the other Mount Baker Vapor juice. Only the butterscotch. And I just put some in here just to give you a good understanding. Now, I've been vaping it, so I'm a little tainted on my review that, yeah, I've been vaping it, and I like it now. Why do I like it? Well, it's an acquired taste. I've gotten past that awkward stage. Kind of tastes a little bit like Bubballoons, that thing as a kid where you put the gum on the end of the straw and you blow through it. So I don't remember the name of the chemical. I'm sorry. But it's kind of a chemically vape. It's not a wholesome vape. It's tasting a little bit like a processed vape. Now, is that bad? Not really when you get this much for 40 bucks. I got this on a win, so I'm pretty stoked to have it. Real thankful to the Vape Arcanum to send me out this stuff, you know what I mean? So thankful wise, really awesome. And I'm not hating on Mount Baker Vapor. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a Baker hater vapor guy. Vapor hater guy. I like the fact that they offer bulk juice to those that need to get bulk juice and those that don't have much juice at all. I just hate to see when you offer something this big that people are taking your juice and rebottling it and selling it as their own. I could see that happening quite a bit. Or people will take something like this, put it in their bottles and sell it to their friends or trade it out, which is cool, and I understand that. I just I don't want anybody to end up with recycled juice that was meant for Baker Vapor, and so just keep your eye out. Make sure nothing's going recycled like that. My 2 cents. Alright, so, I mean, I'm 7 minutes in. I haven't even done a review yet, but that's classic for my style. What do you want me to do? It's a huge bottle, and I like to talk. I just walked in the door. I went ahead and let this soak a little bit. Now, the more you vape on it, the better it's going to be. So you may not like it first off. I mean, I didn't fall in love with it, and I still haven't, but I like it, okay? I don't love it. It's a standard vape. It's great. Smells great. In fact, just show you a little bit. It's a real sweet butterscotch. It's not your caramel, candy, Werther's type of butterscotch. This is just straight butterscotch flavoring. And if it smells really processed, and when you vape it, you'll get a tinge of that processed. And when I say processed, it's just a nice word of saying artificial. That's a hearty vape. It's a good tasting vape now. I've vaped through that iffy point. So when you get it, vape it a couple times. If you hate it, I understand completely. I told you so. Put it aside for a week and vape it again. This stuff's going to be sitting for a while. You know, maybe even up to a month or so. This is my experience with it. Your results may vary. Okay. This is just single coil. I like the amount of vapor it's producing. It's really decent. I have it on my dual coil, and I'm getting a lot better flavor out of it. I mean, I really am. Yeah, it has a slight chemical taste that I'm hoping will fade over time. And I say chemical, you guys, I apologize if I'm not using the right industry terms for it. But it's a huge bottle of juice. Did I mention it's a huge bottle of juice and it's super cheap? That's the toss-up. I mean, you can go with something that's a little bit more expensive, like a different kind of butterscotch that I tried in a couple videos ago. And then you try something like this. You can see where the quality differs as far as the product. Now, this has a lot more flavor. Okay, it's just, that's how it is. I'm getting more of a different kind of butterscotch. This is like an artificial butterscotch, which doesn't make the juice bad at all. Not at all. I'm not a baker hater again. Not a baker hater. In fact, I appreciate what you guys do in the community for bringing juice to those that don't have a lot of money to spend and need juice. I mean, it's all about quitting smoking, and whatever works, works. It's just you may be initially disappointed. The butterscotch had great reviews, so that's what I went. I'm not disappointed at all. In fact, I'm doing this video a couple days later after I get it because my first video I did right off the bat, let's just say I'm not uploading that one. Alright, this is where I'm going with it. It's something that you'll want to let sit. You let sit and sit and sit for a long time. Even longer than what I'm vaping now. That's just how it is. Leave the lid off, put it back on, let it aerate, mix it up. And when you pour it out, you got air in here, you're mixing it up. So that's what I advise. Put it in different bottles and try it out. Mount Baker Vapor, it's alright, you guys. I would pick up some Mount Baker Vapor again. I really would. I would always go with at least 2, maybe more ad shots. If you just go natural, you might not get the experience you want. I've heard it's a thin juice. But 4 ad shots seems to be right as rain for me. And it's not too much overpowering to where it just kills the juice. It's really steeping nice in these bottles. I'm having a great experience with it right now. Days later, my first couple days is like, oh man, did I choose the wrong flavor, blah blah blah. And so I'm just vaping and vaping. Now it's pretty good. I mean, it's decent. It's good. It's decent. It's a vape. It handles well at dual coil, and single coil it's doing okay too. I mean, I'm really not bad with the single coil. I think dual coil is the way to go with this. Now, this is fresh cotton, and I'm getting a lot of the flavor. And the flavor I was speaking about, the artificial flavor, has kind of gone away for the most part. I mean, I keep finding myself strangely attracted to this juice. I mean, I guess if you got vapor's tongue, you can keep vaping and vaping and vaping it. It's not going to matter. I mean, having juice as a stock, Mount Baker Vapor is the way to go. Look at all the juice I got. I got tons of juice, blah, blah, blah. It's economy juice at good prices, and it's a decent vape. But it's not your top quality juice at all. And that's why people go through their Mount Baker Vapor experience. Some people love it. They vape it for a while. And then, you know, it just depends on your wallet. I've tried other juices out there. Steam juice in the clouds that are equally good as far as flavor goes and cost effective. So I'm personally more drawn to those companies based upon the flavors that I've tried. I'm going to try Mount Baker Vapor again. Mount Baker Vapor. Mount Baker Vapor. I'm going to try them again. I'll try different flavors. I don't mind. I have enough butterscotch to last me a year. Okay, maybe a month. Maybe a year. Year. A couple months. We'll see how long it lasts. It's my go-to vape, all-day vape right now, and that's just because that's where I'm at with my juice. And you might be there too. You want a lot of juice. It makes you feel good to have that much juice. Cool. I just don't want you to be disappointed. I want to be truthful about it to where you didn't be like, oh, Chris, man, he's telling me all sorts of crap about this juice. It was good, and then it was horrible. What's he talking about? So I'm being honest. It's not the best. But it's a vapable, and you're gonna like it. But if you vape it right away, you're gonna have a bad time. It's just truth. I'm sure other people have tried Mount Baker Vapor, had similar experiences. Some people fall in love with it. It's just I've had other juices, and I know quality, and it's just it's a mass marketed juice. I don't hate it at all. Okay, I like it. Just mass marketed. So would I recommend Mount Baker Vapor? Yes. But don't be disappointed if you don't like it, because you're going to have to put it aside for a while. And that's the thing. It's a juice. Standard vape. Butterscotch isn't that bad. Go with it. Check it out. See if you like it. But you're going to taste the same thing I did right off the bat, and you're going to be like, he was right. We'll put it away for a week, maybe 2, maybe longer, and see if he likes it. So buy the juice, put it on your shelf, let it steep, vape your other stuff for a while, keep going back to it and try it out. Is it ready? It's kind of ready. And if you keep vaping it, you'll fall in love with it. I mean, that's just true. That's what's going to happen. I don't know. That's what's going on. I don't mean to do a 20-minute review about one juice. It's just, this is what's going on in my head about it. I think I've pretty much covered everything. They'll have a coupon code. I'll put it down in the links below. Check out their website. They got a lot of stuff on there. Mount Baker Vapor. But, yeah. I'm going to be vaping this for a while. And I might even do a follow-up video on it. But so far, those are my thoughts. Don't hate on Mount Baker Vapor. They're there for econo vapors. And that's, you know, where you're at. Awesome. Try out their juices. Let me know in the comments what you think about Mount Baker Vapor. Because I want to know what you guys think. If you've tried this Butterscotch, let me know. See if I'm on point or not on point with where the flavors are. But it does have an artificial taste. It does fade over time. It's decent vape. Decent vape. Not the greatest though, but it's decent. But you got so much. If you spill some, give some to your friends, it's alright, you know. Trade it out, cool. It's just, it's not something that I fell in love with. I'm tolerating it because I have it, and I like it because I keep vaping it. It doesn't gum up your coils. It's real soft on it. Look at that. I mean, that's a happy moment. At least for me. And to have juice and not let it go to waste, that's cool too. Hey, this is Chris Wixx talking about Mount Baker Vapor. Your results may vary. That's about it. I really don't have much else to say. I don't mean to be so critical about my juices lately. I just expect more. I expect more from companies, and I don't expect more from Mount Baker Vapor. They do what they do, and it's econo juice. And that's not bad at all. There's a market for it. Try out some of their juices. Try the Butterscotch, though. Let me know how your experience is. And 4 shots. Go with 4 shots, because you're going to want a lot of flavor. And that feeling of the intensity of the artificialness will go away over time, and you'll end up with a decent vape that you will like. I guarantee you'll like it, because you got a lot of it, and that's just how it is. My experience, though. You guys be safe. It's Chris Wixx, Mount Baker Vapor. It's a big bottle, you guys. They got all the info on it. I'd go with them again. I know you will. Try them out. Check them out. Or don't. Don't take my word for it. Try them.